As San Jose makes progress cleaning up one of its largest encampments, the city's efforts are in the spotlight in the race for governor. It's been a month since people were told to move out of an area known as the Jungle, once considered to be the largest encampment in San Jose. Now, it's located at the intersection of Story and Center Roads by Happy Hollow Park and Zoo. Our chopper flew over the area earlier today. We saw a few tents, bins, and bikes sprawled out. The city says about 300,000 pounds of trash have been removed so far. There were also a few police cruisers in the area. We also saw crews clearing out a charred truck with construction equipment. More than 100 people once lived there, and the city told us today 87 people were moved into temporary housing. Now, homelessness, of course, is a statewide issue, and tomorrow candidates running for governor will be asked about how they will tackle the crisis in our debate right here on KPIX. One of those candidates is San Jose Mayor Mahan. He has touted his progress addressing issues like housing and homelessness as proof that he would be an effective governor.
As mayor of San Jose, we built thousands of new homes. We reduced homelessness by 1/3. We made San Jose.
Now, that claim that he reduced homelessness by 1/3 has raised a few eyebrows among critics and skeptics alike. So our Devin Fehely took a closer look at the mayor's approach and track record on homelessness.
I was homeless and I was living out of my van.
When we last spoke to Catherine Davis, she was living at Columbus Park, the sprawling homeless encampment near the airport in San Jose, where she had landed in the years after her husband's death.
I'm grateful for what I have now at the Bristol Hotel, because I have a bed, I have a shower, TV, and everything.
What a difference 8 months makes. The city moved Catherine, Cat as she is commonly known, from Columbus Park to the Bristol Hotel, part of the mayor's push to clear out the encampment.
No one should be living outside in a tent encampment. We can save lives, reduce human suffering, and actually save money and improve quality of life for everyone if we get people indoors.
During his time as mayor, Mahan has moved aggressively to get people off the street and into shelter, an approach he describes as tough but humane.
You can't say overall you've reduced homelessness by 1/3 if the overall numbers are up, which they are.
But the mayor's critics say he has done more to reduce the visibility of homelessness than homelessness itself.
I think he's done a good job of moving people out of sight and into temporary conditions, but they're still unhoused until they get into permanent housing.
The mayor's actual track record on homelessness is a bit more complex and nuanced than his ads suggest. In raw numbers, according to a 2019 estimate, there were roughly 6,100 homeless men, women, and children living in San Jose. By 2025, last year, that number had grown to just over 6,500, up 6.6%. But Mahan says that a more accurate measure of the city's success factors people like Catherine, who are still technically counted as homeless, but living in a city-funded shelter.
I've talked about ending the era of encampments. Let's get everybody indoors.
In that same 2019 count, the number of homeless who were unsheltered was just above 5,000. It has dipped now below 4,000, a 22.6% decrease. Good, but still short of the mayor's claim of reducing homelessness by 1/3. Here's how he explained the discrepancy.
Since then, we've added about 1,000 interim housing placements for people, new placements. Every single one of those was someone on the streets who came indoors.
Kat isn't sure when or if she'll move into permanent housing, but after years on the street, is thankful for the stability the program provides for however long it lasts.
I'm at the hotel now. I'm getting my health back to where it's supposed to be.